Give it up for Steve. It's a tough job. Somebody's got to. If there's 10 people there that they can talk to, they're going to be there. Hey, it's a
brother. Oh, I was told that. I was told that by my grandma and brother. Jimbo hooked up with you? Yeah, told my grandpa. I'm Tom Loud, I'm from the neighborhood. We missed one. Chapter 1, our church, very first revival. All the girls, they were very specific about that.
International. Everybody said they're blur, but they're not. And where's Toe? It's 2 minutes away. It's Tony's celebration, okay? This was Bill doing 420.
And where's the drum roll? You don't get no drum roll? Where's the drummer at?
He's getting stoned. Here he comes. In the house.
Here we go.
Nobody take it, man.
I don't think. Give me one. I'm gonna see.
Come around.
Get high, share high, stay high.
Hey kids, what time
We're having one hell of a high time today.
It is officially 420! Hey, thanks to Bushwick Bill, man. I didn't expect this. One of my heroes. Guy's awesome. The Ghetto Boys. Bushwick Bill for president. Right on! Bushwick Bill for president! At least governor. How about mayor?
Yeah. What's going on? He's handing out cigarettes at 420. Amazing. Hey, drummer. Where's our funky drummer at? I want to rap some shit with the funky drummer. Where's our funky drummer at? The drummer has disappeared. We're going to do this like Woodstock.
Follow him all the way up.
Weedstock, there
Were
you
you able
go.
to get in him?
Yeah, all of it.
They're called.
We are...
Starting up in If you all remember just a few little details, May 4th, Republic Park at noon. It's a Saturday, and it's a lot of fun.
You're now a stranger to my eyes. You might be getting crazy, might be wise. We're stranded at the I try to reach the top most every day. In hope, I turn my face up to the sky, but the cover hangs so low, I see no sign of life. Anyone can tell you that it's true, but you feel it every time you drive away from home. The headlights hypnotize, and they take you off towards the sea, into the night.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here, and Tones. And I don't know who you all are, but welcome anyway. And I hope the food's good and the drink's free, and the entertainment's just as good.
Hi, Free Range is here outside of the Four Seasons Hotel at South by Southwest 2002, and this is a very special interview with Unknown Hinsen. I have no idea what is about to happen, but stick with us and you'll see for yourself, because the future is unknown. He's got to make him. Here he comes. Yep, checking 1, 2. Unknown. Is it on? Checking. Okay. Hi, Unknown. Hi, baby. I'm sorry that we're a little bit late. We got a little pile up here. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, baby. Come on. You know.
Ma'am, I'm Unknown Hinsen, King and Country Western Troubadours from Charlotte, North Carolina, USA, baby. It's good to be here in Austin, Texas.
It is such a pleasure to have you. Not that I'm really having you, but I'm inviting you. And, you know, we've been having a little problem out here with these vehicles because, you know, we like to travel, you know, in real style here with Sherman and Catherine up there. Howdy.
Hey, Catherine, how are you? You know how to drive this thing? You know how to get that course up there to, you know, giddy up, go? Well, then, you know, you're on the clock now. Let's go. Thank you.
What about you? Do you have a horse?
I don't got no pets where I live. They don't allow no pets where I live.
Really? And where's that?
For the last, let's see, since 1993, I've been free man. Yeah. But for 30 years prior, I was in Illinois State Pen.
Yeah.
And well, that's where I was, you know. But since '93, I've been happy, and I ain't got in too much trouble. I ain't been back to the joint just yet, but there's, you know, all things are subject to change.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you mind talking about this, Unknown, but what'd you do to get yourself all up in the joint?
Well, them was all lies. Yeah, it was all lies. Them charges, murder one, vampirism, grave robbing, hell yeah, they all lies. I told the judge, hell, I ain't done nothing. And in the courtroom, when he sentenced me, he gave me 20 years. He done it. And I stood up and I said, hey, look here, Judge. If I ever get out of the joint, I might just find you and whoop your ass. And he gave me 10 more for communicating a threat. So that 20 and 10 makes 30, so that's what I've done.
Well, I heard they're extra harsh up there in Illinois, too.
Yeah, they're Yankees, you know. They don't know how to act, and unfortunately they sent me up there. But I done it. I done hard time. I done hard labor, and well, I don't really talk about the prison life too much. I'm out, and that's all that matters, baby. And I'm back here reclaiming my crown and my crown and my throne. Yeah, that is, as the King of Country Western Troubadours. And it's good to be down here in Austin, Texas.
Yes, it is. And you know, right now we've got this big festival going on. This is South by Southwest 2002, and I'd have to say that this is really crawling with a bunch of people that are rocking and rolling, and I know that you have an opinion on that.
Might I say, may I say, you good-looking woman.
Thank you so much. You're quite handsome yourself.
I'll tell you that.
Once or twice, maybe.
I'm telling you that right now.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You like that?
I like
You
that.
like it for the king to talk mess to you?
I love it, baby.
I all do, darling. It's a gift.
You're making me blush.
You ought to be. So you were saying?
I was saying that there's a bunch of rock and rollers running around this place right now, and it's not really what people would think of as being a Texan scene necessarily.
Roll. Straight out of hell, darling. Now you look like a woman with a, potential. I'm telling you right now. Yesterday we touched down, we was flown out here on an airplane. Ever since I've been here in Austin, Texas, USA, home at Alamo and all that, I reckon, I have seen youngerns confused. Yeah. Youngerns with earbobs stuck through their eyebrows, tattoos all over their bodies, done desecrated themselves all to hell, walking up and down here playing for nothing, playing that damn rock. Probably don't know, none of them know more than 3 chords. Yeah, you can quote me on that. And they all got rider trucks full of damn guitar amplifiers bigger than that building over there. Now you tell me, is this country western? Hell no. Unknown Hinsen, king of country western troubadours, is here in Austin, Texas at SXSW to save the future of country western music, baby. That's it. And I am here, and I'm the king what I am. And I'm going to reclaim my damn crown and my throne tonight.
Well, and I'm going to help you get it in any way that I can.
Hell yeah. I mean, otherwise, what the hell's the point? I could have stayed at home, Yeah. Because I ain't getting rich on this. I'll come out here for a reason.
Yeah.
Which is to change the future of country western music, which has been took. Yeah, it has been took from the American public. And I, Unknown Hinsen, king of country western troubadours, is going to get that back for America. I love you, America. I love you, country western. I love you, Texas. Woo! We got it to do, baby. Got it to do. Got it to do. Woo! You like that?
I love that, baby.
Come on to my show tonight, darling. You're going to see a lot more of that.
Oh, I will be there every minute of it.
Pyrotechnics, too.
Really?
And oh, hell yeah. We got it all.
Wow.
We got it all.
I will be there through every second of it. And what I think is so incredible about you is that while you are the king of the country western troubadour, it seems to me like there's a whole lot of buzz about you in rock and publicist in the music business. You are probably one of the most played artists on tour buses across this great states of America.
Rock. Look, any damn idiot can make that record, all right? It don't take no damn talent to play rock. Rock is straight from hell. Hell yeah. You heard it from me. And it's bound for hell. And I went to a damn party down here at some club. I ain't mentioning no names. But they was, I smelled some reefer. They had drugs, all right? And I stood around and people say, well, who the hell is this? What's he all about? Says, this dude for real? I said, hell yes, I'm for real. Come to my show date tonight. And I handed him a flyer and I said, y'all need to get right with yourselves and get right with the Lord. Because if you listen to this mess and smoke that mess, then your soul is bound for Satan's rotisserie for all eternity. Country western music. That's what the music, the people, and particularly the youngerns who don't know no damn better, need to be listening to right now. Read your Bible. I mean, hell, that's it.
And what would you say to people that say that the burning bush was really marijuana that Moses was talking to? Because I've heard that one.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What'd you say?
I said that people say that the burning bush.
The burning butt.
The burning bush, Moses, was actually marijuana.
Them's all lies. Is the word marijuana in the Bible? Hell no, it ain't. Is the word rock and roll in the Bible? No.
Not the last time I read it.
That's it. Country western music, that's the only music to listen to. If you don't, then I can't help you. I'm doing my show date tonight to try to help these youngerns out, get their lives straight, so that their souls will not be lost to Satan himself. That's it.
Well, and I have to tell you that you were at the High Times party, which is where we were earlier today, and that definitely, you don't want to mention no names. Well, I hear you, but the interesting thing is that the international time to smoke pot is actually 420. It's a marijuana code that was used by the police, and so all over the world people light up joints at 420, and it just so happened that you were there right at the exact moment that everybody was lighting up at 420. How about that for time? And maybe you were sent to teach those people a lesson.
What I done is this. My manager, Vladimir, told me, said, Unknown, I think it'd be good for your career if you did a photo op at this damn burning leaves fest. So I showed up. Hell yeah, I done it. And there was some mess floating around in the air. And there was some fella up on the stage preaching about the virtues of the Pope. And I had heard about a half hour of his mess, so I took, myself on up to the stage and I offered him an American-made, made in America cigarette. And I might add, if I might, that it was manufactured by prison labor. Prison labor made these cigarettes.
They're the ones with that circle on the end of them, right? With the tip on the end?
Let's just say that the pack is blue and white, and the first letter of the trademark begins with a B and ends with S. And it's taxpayer money well spent, because when you go into the joint, three cots in a hot, or I like that. And the air conditioning, the telephone, and all that mess. Yeah, you get that. But the hardest part of being in the joint ain't the solitary confinement. And it ain't the hard labor. The hardest part of the joint is trying to take a damn shower every morning, in private. And if these youngers down here with their earbobs and through their eyebrows and their tattoos had seen how my ass has lived, I have lived for the last 30 years, and they might say, well, what the hell we doing down here? Listen to this goon job mess. We need to be turned on to Fire and Young, baby. Now that is the real American music. Fire and Young, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Read your Bible.
Well, and I just would like to say a few words about that, because Waylon unfortunately has just passed and left this world, and he gave such a big contribution to music. What do you think about what's happening right now in the music scene? I'm worried about Johnny's health, and Waylon just had, it's you're stepping in to help continue that pattern, because this is, it's bad. That's sad.
I agree with you, and anything I can do to help the future of country western music, real country western music, I will do. I'm a fully committed man. And I don't run from no fight. Let me tell you, I don't run from a damn fight. Gun, knife, fist, I ain't afraid of nothing. Well, women's and the police, every now and then, certain women's and the police, I might think about, but look at it here, look at it.
Yeah.
You see a natural color hair on any head on this street, I'll give you $5 myself. Look at that mess.
I'm not sure you can find natural color hair, like, even on this carriage. So, I heard some interesting things. There's a lot of food going on here everywhere at these barbecues. What do you do, Unknown? Because I know that you have a special diet.
Liquid diet, I don't eat no solid foods. I can't. It's hard to chew,
Yeah.
I had a dentist, but I fired him. Well, it's coming out. I got a calcium deficiency of sorts. Yeah, it's the truth. Is that horse?
Whoa. Oh, Sherman, you're killing us here.
We headed into the...
Look, they're selling grilled cheese right there. Maybe they could stick one in a blender.
Appropriate as hell, won't it?
Well, I was just wondering, we're on free range TV right now, and I was wondering if you eat, Sherman, you're killing us. Do you eat, you eat liquid chicken?
I do not. I used to endorse that product, but they ain't paid me a damn cent, so I don't do no plugs for no liquid chickens no more.
Oh, well, we could find you maybe some free range liquid chicken.
I'll tell you what I do endorse. Party liquor.
Oh, yeah.
You young'uns, you don't need to be smoking that mess and drinking them white spritzers and all that 24 Fabu mess. What you need to do, you take a drink of party liquor, baby. Be somebody, take a drink. That's it. A woman that don't
homemade?
Drink, well, no, just as long as it's party liquor. You want me to get specific, darling?
Sure.
White liquor comes in a plastic bottle, got a red label, and the trademark begin with an A, end with a T, And the substance known to the common man is vodka. Vodka, that's it. But you got a security system at your house?
Do I have one? Yes, I do, in fact.
You got a watchdog?
I have a dog that would give it anything up for a biscuit. He'd let him have me.
Big dog, is he bad, big ass dog?
No, he's a big boy. I call him the chocolate whale, actually, and he's friendly. He's a lab.
You're a pretty woman, and you're being real nice and polite. You like mans that shoots guns and sings country western?
Absolutely, I sure do.
Well, then there's hope for your soul, little gal. Yeah. You not only pretty, you got it up here.
Well, and I know that. I take that as a huge compliment because I know that.
Thank you. What's that?
Well, I know that it's frustrating because I know that, Hi.
I'm somebody, baby.
That's right.
Tonight, 12 midnight.
Woo!
Got it to do.
Got it to do.
Go ahead, darling.
I like to drink vodka too. I must tell you. And you were saying something about a woman that don't drink.
Need to,
Okay.
don't you?
Yeah, I got that
What do you
covered.
think?
I think it's true.
A woman that don't drink marry a man that do drink, they gonna be trouble. And vice versa. You know, if the man don't drink and a woman does, hell, they'd be trouble.
Oh yeah.
So it's best you both drink and drink like hell. Then you'll get along. Thank you.
I have to say.
Could you get to the meat of the interview? I mean, ask me something deep,
Okay.
real deep.
I would
I'm a
like.
deep person.
Yeah.
I think.
I
a
can
lot.
see it in your eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would like to know actually what your perception is about the Grammy Awards. The Grammy Awards just had showcased a lot of music like bluegrass, and from the movie "Oh Brother, Where Out There," where art thou? Actually, that's my problem. I need one. Haven't really had too many yet.
You will. You run with me, darling. You will.
So the Grammy Awards had all this, bluegrass and country on. Bob Dylan also performed.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm glad to see that. There's hope. There's more to popular music than, well, forgive me for saying this, but there's more to popular music than, well, all right, I'll say it. Titties. There's more to popular music than that.
That pretty much sums it up. That's for sure.
And this year they proved it.
Yeah.
All them folks that got the Grammy Awards, Ralph Stanley, and all them other folks what done that record for that movie, they deserve it. Hell yeah, about damn time. Real musicians, real singers got some recognition.
Well, they also came out pretty heavily against downloading music on the internet, and
Well, you know anything about Unknown Hinsen, darling, you know how I feel about that mess.
yeah, I'd like you to tell my audience because they need to hear it.
Computers is straight from hell, and I don't mess with them. And I know all about the interstate and these weasels that's out there stealing, downloading the King's chart-topping hits off of the interstate. Not paying no royalties, not paying no mechanicals, not paying a damn penny, listening to the King's chart-topping hits for free. That's over, baby. You do that mess, your ass will be sued. Not by me, the government. Think about it. Them Napsters, they done nabbed their last free download, baby. It's against the law.
And do you own a computer?
Hell no, I don't mess with no computer mess. No, I got people to take care of that, but I don't fool with that. I don't touch them damn computers. They said that there's virus. I don't like that. I ain't doing that. You got to be careful nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, how you feel about that? I mean, electronic mess. You scared of that? That's scary to me.
I mean, it's a little scary for me just
I mean,
because.
the guitar, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But that computer, I don't like that. Hell
I have
no.
a biomagnetic field that is a big problem for me. I tend to touch electronics and they blow up, so we're lucky we're using this mic right now.
Well, I ain't afraid of no microphones and electric guitars. I mean, that's American, but the computer, hell no. Like I said, you know, you can't get no virus from a microphone or electric guitar. But the computer, well, hell, I mean, every time there's some on the news about the damn computer, it's virus, virus, virus. Well, there's enough viruses out there, right?
I agree. Let's talk about your guitar. Tell me about your guitar.
It's American made. Hell yeah, made in America by Americans. Thank you. And it's a Fender, and it's pretty as hell. It's jet black with a white pick guard, and got 2 pickups, single coil. I don't believe in them humbuckers. Hell no, that's rock mess. And got a maple neck, and it's best guitar I ever had. I've been through 2, and it's the best one I ever had. Is that enough?
That's good. And you also use a Fender amp that has a lot to do with your sound, right?
I do, yeah. American-made Fender amplifiers, yeah. If you're listening, Fender, let's go. Give me some free mess. I done give you a hell of a plug. I mean, this is going to be seen by a couple hundred people, right? Fender musical instruments, baby. Unknown Hinsen, Fender musical instruments. Thank you.
Fenders and vodka. That's what we like around here.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I've heard that you're a hard interview, and I enjoy talking to you, Unknown. And I got to tell you also, I think you're quite charming, and I was a little worried about all this stuff I hear about you, you know, being mean to women. That's not true, is it?
Them's all lies, darling. The wicked press, yeah. They know who they are. They've been after my chart-topping ass for years. Reading me, quoting me out of context, saying, oh, he said this, oh, he said that. Them's all lies. Every damn one of them lies. I love women. If a damn woman would run for president, if I had a voting license or a driver's license, I would vote for the woman. But I can't. What the hell?
Yeah.
I think women should rule the world, and mans should be recording artists and songwriting, chart-topping superstar.
Hey, I believe that. I'll go with that one for sure, all the way.
I love you women. I love all women. Let's get that straight betwixt us right now. Mans has had the damn beginning of time to mess this damn world up. It's time for the womans to rule so the mans can take it easy.
Can write their songs.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think I know a few men that are taking it easy anyway. But not you. You're working hard, Unknown. I see that.
Hard working man.
Yeah. Well, and how do you do that? How do you protect your image and what goes on with you in terms of the public when your lawyer is in fact in the joint? Is that correct information that I have? And I'm not sure if that's off the record.
As they say, I wish you wouldn't go there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if you don't mind,
Okay.
lawyers, that's a soft spot
Yeah.
in the king, you know, with the king. That's a damn soft area.
Okay, well, I'm not real knowledgeable on that anyway, so we can just change that one. I apologize. I have to press a little.
When I left the hotel back there to hook up with you, there was some lawyers in there accosting me, saying, hey, look here, Unknown, we know you got it going on, baby. We here, we want to be your rep. We want to be your rep. We can do this for you. We can make you hundreds. I said, I don't think so. If my counselor was not in the joint right now, he would come out and be kicking your ass. And they said, well, you know, just we're here and you here, so we just thought we'd approach you because they know I got it going on, baby. They know that I got a purpose. My purpose is to save country western music from the devil himself. And if you walk around here and see these younguns up there with their faces desecrated and their bodies tattooed and everything else with all the screwdriver stuff coming in and out of their eyebrows and eyelids with the purple, orange, pink hair, you'll go get yourself a Fair and Young record and listen to it. Go get yourself a Johnny Cash record and listen to it. Go get yourself a Waylon Jennings record and listen to it. And better still, get yourself a Unknown Hinsen record, baby. Remember that. Unknown Hinsen, king of country western troubadours. I am here to save country western music, baby. I love you, Austin. I love you, America. Woo!
Well, and I'll go with that one.
You like that?
I like that. I like
You like that?
I like it.
All the women like the serpent tongue. Little serpent tongue never hurt nothing, does it, darling?
No, I don't think it could hurt a thing.
It's a gift.
And this goes to show you that the future is definitely unknown. And we're going to go on over to the venue in a little bit and check out Unknown on stage. And I cannot wait for this one because I've heard all kinds of things. And you've been squashing the other rumors, so we're going to really see what happens tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to miss being so close to your eyes when you're up there on stage.
No, you can get as close to my eyes as you want when I'm on stage. I mean, hey, just say the word. They'll let you up there.
Okay.
Just don't bring none of these drum circle, hippies up there on stage with me, because I ain't a-doing that jam mess. That jam band, out the window. Country western music, you got to be a damn musician to play it. Any idiot can make this racket. 3 chords, that's all it takes to play the rope. You listen to rock, your ass is going to hell. You listen to country western music, read your Bible, you safe. Your soul is safe. Thank you, America. I love you, baby.
And out. Thank you. They're rolling in a limo, and we're really riding in style. Okay, so I'm going to interview Catherine, and then we'll go. Okay? Okay. Oh, did we not? We lost the light? Okay. If, you know, the other thing is, if this doesn't come out, I'll come over and shoot something with you in the light because I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, okay? So, Catherine, thank you very much for the ride. That was really fantastic.
You're very welcome.
How long have you been doing this?
2 years. 2 years as a carriage driver for DeGelbros.
Well, you know, you must see what goes on more than anybody in this town. I imagine you have some wild rides.
Yes, I do. Yeah? Yes, I've had some wild rides.
It's funny. You ever seen that show Taxi Cab Confessions?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's wild. It's on HBO, and they put cameras in the back of taxis, and they show these people and all their stories and stuff, and it's really quite crazy. I imagine if we mounted a camera and got you, it'd be nuts, too.
I'm sure it would be. The later it gets, the crazier it gets.
Yeah. Well, at least you're getting people there safely. They're not driving around drunk either. They're in your protection.
That's true. That's true.
What did you think of the Unknown?
I think he's fabulous. I can't wait to get one of his records. Yeah. He's quite a character.
Yeah, he is, to say the least. You know, last night I got towed on 6th Street, and I will tell everybody that this is definitely the way to go because it's really hard to get around town when you have to go and park and stuff like that. So this is a really beautiful way to see Austin. Do you give tours?
Yes, I do. We give Capitol tours and tours of Congress and 6th Street and 4th Street Warehouse District, even the lake, on the lake.
Yeah, nice.
On the 1st Street Bridge.
And this is Sherman, huh?
And this is Sherman, and Sherman is a 9-year-old Clydesdale. He is what they call a black roan, and Sherman has been doing this for 6 years. He's quite experienced. My boss raises Clydesdales, and she has a very unusual white Clydesdale that she's been working with, and she also breeds.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I was talking to Elaine about the Texas breeders, and she wanted me to ask you about that. Does she also breed, or is just one of the horses a special?
No, she breeds the Clydesdales, and she has this white Clydesdale, which is Mark, and he's almost a 3-year-old, and she does have a black Clydesdale, a stallion that she also breeds, and she sells the foals.
Will you give me an ID and say who you are and what your company name is, and that you're on free range? We're on the free range.
Okay. My name is Catherine DeBlanc, and I work for DeGelbros Carriages and for Elaine Glass.
Okay, do it one more time and say, and you're watching free range.
Oh, and you are watching Free Range.
Okay. I'm standing here right now outside the Vibe, which has been the basic... Okay. You know, why is that going to happen? Hang on a second. Ariel, can I get one of these guys to stand here?
Hi, how are you?
I'll go get the guy.
No, I just need someone to help me for 1 second.
Just get like an angle like this, let them walk around.
Okay, never mind. We're okay. Okay. Do you like the light this way better? I kind of like us facing the light, though. Okay, better?
Should we get over there on that side?
All right, I'm standing here with Jeff Bradbury, the lead singer of Larry. How are you?
I'm doing good, Anne-Marie. How are you?
I'm doing so good tonight. You know, it's been a long few days here, but one of the good things is that all the energy just keeps flowing. You know, we don't get much sleep at South by Southwest.
Nope, no time for sleep. You can sleep when you're dead and when South by Southwest is going on, you know.
Exactly. And, you know, it's funny because I have actually seen you. Larry is based out of Austin, and so you have a probably different perspective than a lot of the artists that have been playing all the jam bass, relics, showcases that have been happening here. What do you think about this event overall and what the jam bass community has this year represented?
I think it's been the best one ever so far. I mean, and it's pretty obvious that the whole jam band scene is really flowing. And then I think the other cool thing about that is that crosses over like into Robert Walters, everything, you know. I mean, it's just music. Yeah. It's like there's no real kind of music for the jam band scene, so it's just being more and more accepted, you know, by, you know, good people, it seems to me, who are getting behind it and who are the kind of people that really like the Relics folks and GigginTV.com and High Sierra coming out here and High Times, you know.
It's nice.
So it's really starting to grow, and I think this has been the best showing for jam band scene that I've seen at South by Southwest so far.
Yeah, you know, I totally agree with that because in the past it's been like label driven and then .com driven, and this scene is just unmistakably coming out. You know, it's like the ticket buyers are there, the fans are there.
You can't stop it.
You can't stop it.
No.
And you know, you guys have actually played a lot. You played 3 times during this whole weekend.
Yes.
I mean, what is it like for you? I know you have some pretty hard touring schedules. How did you guys end up playing so much?
Because we're at home, you know. I mean, we're on our home turf, and it's good for anybody who's playing during South by Southwest right now, I think, and especially what's been going on here at the Vibe lately, and like what we got going on tonight over at Flamingo Cantina with Space Truck and Hanuman. It's going to be off the hook, you know. It's just going to be a bunch of fun, and the great thing about this whole festival is you've got all the bands that you never get to see because you're on the road. You got them all right here, so it's like not only do you get to see them, but you get to jam with them too, and it's the best.
Yeah,
it's the best
it
of it all.
really is. It's kind of crazy too because it's been sort of based out of the Vibe, but you know, typically if you're going to have that kind of scene, you're going to be at a festival or something, which is like where I met you, which was at High Sierra Music Festival, and it was fantastic. That was one of the best festivals I've been to or shot at all year, don't you think?
Definitely. Oh yeah, and that was the same kind of scene. Whereas you had so many great acts there, you enjoy playing a festival like that because you get to see them, you get to jam with them. You never know what's going to happen, and that's fun because you know the day-to-day touring. It's the job part of what we do, you know.
Yeah.
But playing is definitely worth every bit of that. But when you get to be here in your hometown, you don't have to go, and everybody comes here, and
yeah,
it's awesome.
Fantastic. And you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about too is you wrote a song yesterday with members of Humphreys McGee and Ray's Music Exchange.
Yeah, Jake from Humphreys McGee took the first. It's actually a song that Dawn from Flounders Without Eyes and I have been kind of working on, and yesterday it just started happening. We were all sitting back in the green room there, and we each started one at a time taking verses. And we started. One of the guys from Ray's wrote it down for us, and it was just fun. It was.
What's
great.
it called again?
If it's free, by golly, I'll take it.
And I thought maybe that was inspired by the free food that's surrounding these events.
It was actually inspired originally. Don and I were out on a back porch at a party. You were at that party.
Yeah.
And there was free beer there. Of course, Greg was throwing a nice party, and little drinking can drive to some playing and some making some songs. So that's how that one came out that night. You know, it just happened.
Nice. You have an article coming out in Relics, and Relics has really changed its face. I interviewed them about how their magazine is developed and how it's covering all kinds of bands now, not just the Grateful Dead scene.
They're so you have out a little bit more, I think. And I was talking to to Jonathan Schwartz about that too. I think that's awesome. You know that they're really becoming more and more of a music magazine, but they're still staying true to the Grateful Dead roots of the whole thing. You know, and
but it's polished. You know.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's really nice, and definitely.
Well, watch for that article too. And I also want to point out to people that Larry has a new bass player, and he rocks.
Yeah, he's a sick individual. We call him Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's Bob Amonette, you know, ham and eggs, mayonnaise, whatever you like. But his freaking nature, he plays like a 6-string bass that's half fretted, half fretless.
Yeah.
And the top B string is totally fretless, so it just gets crazy. And he's joy to play with on stage. He and I, you know, the two big guys start storming around and having a good time up there, and it's been fun. It's going to get better and better. There's Jake right there.
Right? All the love and Larry, man. Hey, Jake. Hey, the song. Hi, Jake. How are you, sweetheart?
We're talking about the verse of the Free by Golly, I'll Take It. I got some credit on that one, my friend. No, that's $1 million song right there.
That is. Hey, call me in 10 years when you guys write that one. I'm serious.
Yeah, I will.
I'll promote it, guys. Nice to see you. All right. Well, Larry Land is a beautiful place to be, and you guys are so talented, and I support you fully, Jeff.
Well, I know you do, and I appreciate it. We all do. Yeah. And we appreciate everybody who supports us, or else we'd still be just playing in the garage, you know? So it's great. That's the beautiful thing about the whole jam scene is the people that make it happen. The people who want to see some music from the heart, you know, and they don't care what style it is per se, just bring me some good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think people are smart enough to sense when something's real and when something's, you know, fake. I'm not, you know, calling anybody out by any means, but, you know, I think the jam...
As Unknown Hinsen said tonight, you know, music is more than just titties.
To some it is, and that's a good thing. But titties are important too. Inspiration, you know, inspiration.
Well, thank you for talking to us, and I want you to pick up a copy of Among Friends by Larry. Check out LarryLand.com and watch for an up-and-coming article in Relics magazine. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
I appreciate it. Thank you, honey. This way. All right, we got a chopper. What time is it? It's like 8 o'clock. All right, this is an example of what it's like out here about 8 o'clock at night. Are you ready? Excuse me. All right, so this is an example of what it's like out here on 6th Street at about 8 o'clock at night. They haven't blocked off the roads yet. It's been crazy. People have been going for 3 days. There's one more day, and it's definitely wild out here on 6th Street. We're going to show you what it's like even later on, but I wanted to give you an example of this. Nighttime. There's nobody in the shot. There's fucking nobody here. Look, there's nobody here. Nobody's on the street corner. Get this moment. So, should I just do a stand-up about how many clubs there are on 6th Street? I need something else to tie this piece together, and it has not been coming to me, and it's been driving me crazy. Right? Because they want a piece on Jam Band and South by Southwest, so I've got to tie it in. Okay, so here it is. Here we are again, hours and hours later, and the place is still kicking. It hasn't stopped, actually. In fact, here's one of my crew who's taking a moment to sit on a curb and have what we call a meal. Do you want some money, honey? Are you ready for the Unknown Hinsen, or do you need to see another jam band?
I'm ready for Unknown. Bring it on.
He don't need no 3-chord progression, I'm telling you. Okay.
I'm gonna try and see if I can work that.
Okay, here we are, and it's early in the evening. In fact, a lot of people are still at dinner and stuff, but as you can see, the jam bands continue. It has not stopped here, literally. The vibe is still kicking, and actually, Ray's Music Exchange is on stage, and we actually shot them last night with members of Humphreys McGee. Hey, get your thumb out of there, baby. So we're gonna go in here and check them out for a second. Hey, this is good. Sorry. I'll be right back, baby. I just fucking left my backpack out there. Here, let me leave this with Marca. I just left my backpack up the street. I'm such a freak. Here you go. Okay, we'll do a stand-up over here and then we'll walk in.
Stepper match?
It's in my thing because I'm shooting.
Stepper match?
Hi, sweetheart. It's in my bag because I'm shooting.
He's in Cardinal and she works with us.
Yeah.